Okay, class, we are going to keep moving along in our poetry unit, and today we're going to focus on haikus, so let's get started. What is a haiku? A haiku is a Japanese poem, 17 syllables and lines of 5, 7, and 5. So the first line is 5 syllables, the second line is 7 syllables, and the last line will be 5 syllables. The typical characteristics of a haiku: they focus on nature. Often they use a season word like snow or spring to give you an idea of what type of year it is. There's a division, which we'll talk about in the next slide. And haikus show the details rather than saying how a scene makes them feel. So you're really able to get a sense of how a scene makes them feel rather than them telling you outright. I know the next question you're going to ask me is, how am I supposed to write a haiku? Here are some things to keep in mind when you're writing your haiku. First, you have to choose a haiku subject. This could be taking the traditional way and using nature, or you can choose a contemporary haiku way, which strays from nature as a subject and can use emotions, relationships, or even humorous topics. Second, you'll want to include the seasonal reference. Third, you'll want to include the division. Now, the division is the first two lines describing your situation or the beautiful thing in nature, and the third line will be a complete surprise or something totally different from the first two lines. And finally, you'll want to use sensory language. What did you notice about the subject? What colors did you see? How did it sound? Did it have a smell or taste? How accurately can you describe the way it felt? Things like that. Okay, now let's look at an example. The haiku on the right side of the slide says, "A wise man once asked, 'Why, pray tell, is the sand wet?' 'Because the sea weed.'" Do you see the division there? How it's all serious in the beginning and wise, and then all of a sudden it turns into a joke? That would be the division. Okay, now for your assignment. For class tomorrow, I want you to write at least 5 haikus, and at least one of them has to be about one of the pictures you saw on the PowerPoint. Be prepared to share at least 2 of them in class, and I'd like you to upload 2 of them on your blogs before you get to class. If you need more help, there's the website listed on the PowerPoint. You can always email me. Just come prepared, and I'd like you to be masters at it like Sokka in this next clip.
What's this?
Through all the long night, winter moon glows with bright love. Sleet her silver tears.
Poetry. I am so sorry. Something struck me in the rear. I just wound up here.
5, 7, then 5. Syllables mark a haiku. Remarkable oaf.
They call me Sokka, that is, in the water tribe. I am not an oaf.
Chittering monkey. In the spring he climbs treetops and thinks himself tall.
Ooh. You think you're so smart with your fancy little words? This is not so hard.
Ooh. Whole seasons are spent mastering the form, the style. None calls it easy.
I calls it easy. Like I paddle my canoe, I'll paddle yours too.
There's nuts and there's fruits. In fall, the clean plum drops. Always to be squashed.
Squish, squash, sling that slang. I'm always right back at you. Like my boomerang. That's right, I'm Sokka. It's pronounced with an aka. Young ladies, I rocked ya.
That's one too many syllables there, bub.
poetry.